is why, ladies and gentlemen, we need Mikie Sherrill as our next governor. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Montclair, New Jersey's own Mikie Sherrill.
Do a No Kings rally than the People's Republic of Montclair. It is great to see everybody here. And you know, as I go up and down the state and we think about what this means, I hear again and again and again, I want to create opportunity for my friends, for my family, for my kids, for their kids. I want to make sure we all have a shot because this president is running a worldwide extortion racket and putting billions of dollars in his pocket. Not here, not in New Jersey, because I gotta tell you, at every step of the way, I have seen this country create opportunity. I've seen it on my mom's side of the family. You know what? My grandpa's family lost everything in the Great Depression. His dad lost his job. He lost his house. They moved back to the farm. And yet after the war, my grandpa got a good union job. And with that job, he was able to raise his 8 kids, and when he got sick, he had benefits. He didn't put our family back into poverty. But it didn't end there because I saw it on my dad's side of the family. He grew up poor in West Virginia. By the time he was 13, both of his parents had died. And yet he was able to work hard and to put himself through college, and he didn't have debt for decades. So he helped get my family into the middle class. But it didn't end there because I have seen it in my own life. When I went to my dad, I said, you know what? I was in the 5th grade. I said, I want to be a Navy pilot. I want to go to the Naval Academy. And you know what my dad said? He said, Mikie, I don't actually think the Naval Academy takes women. He said, I'm not sure if the Navy has women pilots. But I knew that in this country, we create opportunity, we don't shut it down. And so I graduated in the first class of women from the Naval Academy, eligible to combat on ships and aircraft. So even in my own life, I've seen opportunity. And I am telling you, and by the way, look around, there are thousands of people out here today. I am telling you that every single person here today has a story about how in this country, their family had access to opportunity that they wouldn't have found anywhere else in the world, or how they had opportunity that their mom or their grandma never would have dreamed of. That's what we've created, and it is so iconic to this country that we know it the world over as the American dream. That is what I'm fighting to preserve here in New Jersey. That is why I'm running for governor. And so I hear from people again and again, if I'm going to have access to opportunity, if I'm going to make it here, you've got to drive my costs down. And so that's why on day one, I'm declaring a state of emergency on utility costs. I'm freezing rate hikes on day one. And I hear from people, it's too expensive housing, rental prices, so I am going after people who are colluding to raise rental prices. I'm going to open up grants for first-time home buyers so you can create opportunity, you can create generational wealth for your families. I'm going to take on those PBMs, those middlemen, because people are telling me, Mikie, sometimes I can't pay for both my prescription drugs and my family's grocery bills. So we're going to take on PBMs, the middlemen, raising prescription drug costs so we can drive them down. So whether it's utility costs, housing costs, healthcare costs, we are going to drive down costs here in New Jersey for families. But it doesn't end at the border of New Jersey, because we know it's coming from Washington. We know at every level this president is raising costs on people. So whether it's that tariff regime where he's pocketing billions while the people of New Jersey pay higher costs on everything from the cup of coffee in the morning to the groceries in the afternoon, at every level going up, small businesses going out of business, big businesses not hiring, or whether it's that one big beautiful bill. What is so beautiful? What is so beautiful about not providing food for hungry kids?
Nothing!
That's not who we are. That's not New Jersey. And then saying he's going to terminate the Gateway Tunnel project. That could mean almost 100,000 jobs for families. That's how we create opportunity. Not cutting that out. So at every turn, we are facing a country where we in New Jersey are trying to open up opportunity. But we've got a guy in Washington, D.C. that thinks he's going to reap all of the benefits of being in charge. We're going to fight it. We're going to fight it tooth and nail. So I know the fact that you're here today means you have either voted or you have a plan to vote. Am I right? I thought so.
Oh yeah.
And look around. We got a lot of people here. But we got to get more people out to vote.
Yeah!
So I want each and every one of you to think about 5 people. 5 people that you can check in with. Make sure they got a plan to vote. Make sure they have a ride to the polls if they need it. Make sure they know about early voting and where their polling place is. Make sure they are voting, because together we are going to prove something. Because I want to tell you one final thing.
What's that?
New Jersey is not a red state. New Jersey is not a purple state. New Jersey is a blue state. So when we vote, we win. When we vote, we win. When we vote, we win. So let's vote, New Jersey. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Great seeing you guys.
Mikie, 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 Mikie.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming. Over the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. And oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the